Hey, what's going on, my good people? Hey, that intro is just fire, bro. That's a little vibe.
Yeah, that's
I wonder
just
why
dope.
niggas is fucking with the show, man. You start off with a little vibe like that, man. That's gonna get you in the mode right
I'm
there,
telling
man.
you, that's the one right there. Shouts out to
You,
Trey
you, can, you
Fresh
can get
again,
jiggy to this
once
shit.
again.
What's going on, my good people, man?
What's
Welcome back,
going on,
man.
man?
Season 2, episode number 7, right? 7, number 7.
Yeah,
We
we
on 7.
We on 7. It's
I
moving
hope
fast,
everybody is
man.
doing great during this holiday season. We are back, and we live. We outside, man. I hope y'all be enjoying these shows, man. You know, we out here just trying to make it happen. We're trying to stay consistent, trying to put numbers on the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody's being safe during this holiday season, man. And make sure y'all don't burn the house down during New Year's. New Year's with the fireworks and shit. So what's going on with you, Brett? Hey, by the way, do you celebrate New Year's? I know you don't do Christmas. You do Hanukkah. Do you do New Year's, by the way?
Not necessarily. I mean, usually, mainly because I'm usually working, or I have been working a lot of the times during those holidays. But I mean, it's not really enough. I mean, I don't usually go. I'm not wanting to go out. I've never been wanting to like go out to bars or clubs and stuff like that. So I never really hit the whole countdown.
Well, I mean, like, do you like, for example, like if you ever, you know,
I
maybe
would.
family gathered up, do fireworks, that type of deal. Not necessarily like going out.
No, I haven't done that. I would, but I mean, I haven't really. That's never really been like it's never really been that big of a celebration.
Right. At least. Absolutely, I feel it. Aside from that, how's everything, man? Everything good? Family good? We all good?
Man, same old. We back again, man. Week 7. Well, I guess I can say week 7 now. Week 7. We back in this thing, man. So
and that should be going quick, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's moving fast. So
weeks, bro. Shit, crazy.
Appreciate. Hey, man, we official, man. Everybody that's in here, man, hit the like button, like, share, comment, subscribe to Breadwinner TV and Squadcast TV, man. We got 4 viewers in here already, man. It's just the support is just growing over time. We appreciate everybody for tapping in.
Facts.
So, but without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get into it, Chucky. What we got?
Yeah, man. Let's get right into it, man. So, we have some interesting news today, man. As you guys probably are aware, there's been this huge influx of the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement has returned. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Jamie Foxx. You got people like P. Diddy. People like Vin Diesel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been Me Too'd, for lack of better terms. Now, we're not going to sit here and question the validity of it. We're just going to provide objective facts and try to, break it down from the information that we got, man. So the next person on that list is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has been accused by his assistant for cheating on his wife. Excuse me. I guess that wasn't the correct correlation. However, I think it all falls in line with, people that was in their circle that's also telling on a particular celebrity. You feel me? So Kevin Hart is next on that list to be snitched on. Tasha K did a podcast with his assistant where she exposed it all. And now, again, Tasha K's on the hit list for being sued. So let me just play this clip. And it's gonna break it down even more than what I could tell you guys here, man. It's pretty crazy. Let me just make sure you can see that. Let me make sure that let me know if you can hear this, Brett.
The machine you worked for was Hart.
Yes.
Kevin Hart.
Aniko Hart.
What made you reach out?
It is a time for Hollywood to hear this story, especially because a lot of people are locked in non-disclosures and they're not able to talk and protect themselves. But you have to protect the person you're working for. Where's your protection?
When did things start to turn up around there?
The extortionist. I'm listening to Mario on the radio in the morning. I almost crashed my car because I heard him say that Kevin's best friend, JT Jackson, had set him up
in exchange for millions of dollars.
All the charges were dropped against JT, but they weren't dropped against Kevin.
They redug up, I guess, old LGBTQ jokes or something.
Correct.
Let me before we continue, I just got to do a quick interruption. Do you think that there's a level of people doing this just for money? Like, because not to say that this stuff ain't all true, right? Like all this stuff that we hearing, Kevin Hart cheating and all these SA allegations that have been coming out. In your honest opinion, real fast, do you think there maybe some of them gotta be for money, right? What do you think, real quick, Brett?
Yeah, no, well, in this situation, okay, so if just before I answer, just to make sure I understand, so Tasha K is she put out some information, I guess, about him being involved in basically a Me Too situation.
Yeah, so let me kind of add a little more context. So the reason why she's getting sued, right, or a part of it is kind of multi-layered, is she did the interview with his assistant that had this bombshell interview of all this, crazy allegations about Kevin Hart, and she allegedly sent Kevin Hart an extortion letter saying, "Hey, pay me $250,000 and I won't release this interview." So that's kind of where the lawsuit stems from. You feel me? That's why Kevin Hart is suing her for extortion and defamation and a list of other things. So like, is it? It's got to be about money. Like a lot of these, do these people even care unless they get in the bag? Is kind of what I'm saying.
Do you mean like the victims? Like if there is in fact a victim in this case?
Sure, you could.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did say this
The
last
alleged
time
victims,
we
assuming that
had
they
it.
are,
Yeah, because I mean, unfortunately, we've been covering a lot of essay
Right.
cases over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So I did mention this before when I said that I felt like yeah, it's definitely a lot of people who they kind of build off the fact, oh, hey, this information is coming out about this person. Maybe I can capitalize off it. They see the
Right.
situation that happened with Cassie. Excuse
Mhm,
me. And not to
mhm.
say that every situation is going to end up like that, of course. Like, she was a high profile person. So her situation was different, but people see that type of thing and they think, oh, I can cash out right now. So they come out with these allegations. Now, this in particular situation, I think it was a money grab on Tasha K's part for sure. She tried to
Facts.
extort him. I
Facts.
don't know.
Facts.
Does he have any? Is there any proof? Well, we'll look into that because I know you're gonna play more of the clip. But like if if he has proof that she sent him, text or whatever, was trying to extort him, which I don't know why she would try to extort him over text, especially
Yeah.
if they did an interview and if you did the interview, then I'm assuming that he would have some type of, not necessarily well, I guess he wouldn't have rights, but I don't see how you can go ahead and that's going to mess up your whole business, her whole business, in my opinion, because if
Fuck
you're
yeah.
extorting him, of course the content is yours. If you're doing the interview, he agreed to do the interview, so whatever the content is, I'm assuming she has the rights to it to do whatever she wants with it. But if you're trying to get money out of somebody with that interview, then I think he can probably even countersue, or I guess it wouldn't be a countersuit. Yeah, he's definitely going to sue her. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
this is all money grab in from what it looks
On
like to
Tasha
me.
K's behalf, for sure. All right, let's play a little more.
Correct.
That he was saying on Twitter, and they wanted him to apologize, and he said, "Fuck you."
Haley is his publicist, so she called me. She was just like, "Hey, Maisha, have you spoke to Kevin?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Dave Becky just called me, his manager. Why?" And then she was like, "The whole Oscar thing. Kevin needs to say an apology. He's about to lose Nike." Not
The
gonna be
first
standing here
scandal
anymore.
was with the first baby,
Correct.
the one in Vegas.
Yes,
So these other scandals,
it's another one in the office.
she pregnant again,
Correct, with her second
and
baby.
he's still leaving semen stains all over the couch at the
Yes.
Heartbeat Studio,
Correct.
and showering and then going home.
Okay,
Like,
hold
I
on, pause it
told
real quick.
Aniko, like,
Mm-hmm.
So this is the interview that she was threatening to put out.
Exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that's where I misunderstood. So I thought she did an interview with him and he said something that she was trying to extort him for.
Nah. So pretty much the lady that's sitting across from her, that's allegedly one of associate of Kevin Hart's, and she, when you're associate of one of these celebrities, you kind of got a insight of a lot of insight of a lot of activities that they might participate in, and
like the Will
she
Smith
obviously
situation.
had all this, this information about Kevin Hart, and Tasha K, super opportunist, bro. We've seen her many times. Obviously, she lost her defamation suit, so that was proven a lie about Cardi B and all that shit like that. So, to be honest, man, I feel like Tasha K's platform is tumbling down, it's crumbling into shambles because of shit like this. And then this last incident of her trying to extort Kevin Hart for for her not to release, it's just looking down bad, bro. It's really just ruining the credibility of Tasha K's platform at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Feel me?
Kevin is cheating on you with a girl named Mix Morgan. She's his flight attendant. She's on his planes.
Does Kevin have a gambling problem or something?
His game is poker.
He gambled y'all money away and had to pay y'all half checks?
Yes. Exactly. It was Leland. Leland was messing with our money. But I said, here she is.
Ooh! She got it. She on vacation every day. When you see a bitch and all she do is post vacation pictures with no nigga beside her, the nigga taking the picture. He's like, nah, baby. Girl, I'm gonna take the pictures for you as many angles as you want, but I can't to ensure he don't go up in these motherfucking photos.
Right. Nico, I love you. I'm not gonna speak bad on her.
Aniko's pretty.
Aniko's my girl.
I'm gonna let the winos judge. I'm gonna put up a side by side.
All right, so that's pretty much it, man. Obviously, this is the woman on the left is the woman that he's allegedly been accused of cheating on his wife with. While I guess she's like the what do they call the females that be in the airplanes with you? They're a flight attendant. So allegedly, she's Kevin Hart's personal flight attendant, and that's who he been when he go on his these tours or these whatever. She's the one that's in these these flights with him, and he's been sleeping with her, and the one on the right is obviously his wife. So that's kind of what's been going on. Now let me just remove that, and I want to share with you the lawsuit from Kevin Hart, if that's cool.
Yeah, no, that's pretty well. I mean, I thought, like I said originally, I thought that he had did an interview, but so he's gonna sue Tasha K. She messed up anyway from the get go. It's like you should have just if you were going to do the interview, like just put the interview out. You were going to make more money off of that scandal. Yeah. You can't control. I mean, you do the interview, you can't necessarily control what these people who you're interviewing, what they say.
Right.
So you were better off just speaking on it or letting them speak on it, and then making the money off of the interview itself, rather than try to extort him for more money. Now you might end up in a situation where you're going to end up like we're talking about now, getting sued. You're about to go into right now. Her getting sued, and now she's probably going to end up having to take that interview down.
Exactly. Put that on screen for me real quick, Brett. So this is the lawsuit right here, and this is what he's being sued for, what she's being sued for. So civil extortion. He's also suing the chick that was in the video too. I think her. I think like I said, I think she's associate of him or assistant or something like that. Breach of contract, intentional interference with contractual relations, invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private facts, and defamation. And honestly, if he wasn't suing for defamation, I would kind of say that this, but usually when you sue for defamation, you could prove that it's a lie. So maybe this is not even real. Like so I think Tasha K just looking down bad at this point in time. You feel me? And then I think in here somewhere it says the dollar amount that he's suing for. Right? Wait, no. It's not here. Hold up. Let's see if we can scroll through it. I think it says how much
he's definitely gonna hit it. I mean, it's not even that he needs the money, but it's gonna hit her pockets for sure.
Okay. Here it is. Okay. Let's start from right here. Okay. In or around November 2023, an unidentified individual telephoned a Hart representative stating that the individual was affiliated with Kibi, that Kibi had conducted the interview with Shakes, and that the interview included information or allegations that the Kibi representative claimed would be damaging to Hart's reputation. The individual stated that Kibi would publish the interview unless Hart paid a ransom of $250,000. So you could go ahead and remove that. I just kind of wanted to present that to the people. Wait. So look, and now assuming that all that is true, it's not looking good for Tasha K. That is a clear on the record sign of extortion. You can't tell somebody, hey, you release this. If I will not release this, it's like blackmail, right? Like I will not release this interview if you give me $250,000.
They
And then you were right,
clearly
bro.
they
I
said
think she would
that.
have. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'll say you right, bro. Like if she would have just released the interview, she probably would have made about that much money, bro.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
based off of the numbers and the ad revenue and all this shit. You feel me? And then she wouldn't have had the defamation. And then if depending on how she, I guess, did the interview, she could have argued that, hey, my guest said all this. I did my due diligence to make sure it was alleged. And then, you probably could have avoided the defamation suit on top of that. So I don't know, man. This shit crazy.
I mean, well, and see now, the only way I think she can probably finagle her way out of this is if, because from what we read, it seems like they say a representative of hers, so she can probably say, "Oh, I didn't have anything to do with that. That wasn't me." You know what I mean? That was somebody from whoever that representative was. And I'm pretty sure they can probably find out who those emails and different who was contacting them. So I think that would be their best defense, is to say that, hey, we that wasn't me, whether she did it or not. Right. You know, whether that was her intentions or not. Somebody's gonna have to take one for the team in that camp. It's just like, somebody tried to extort Kevin Hart because $250,000. She's probably gonna say, hey, I didn't, that 200. Why would I extort him for $250,000? Right. And I could have made that off of the video itself, exactly. If not more, just for the information being out there, whether it was true or not. The information could have still came out. Now, I don't know. Was the interview out when he decided to sue, or was this right before the interview came out? I don't know. That's if you read that question.
I'm not 100% sure on the time frame, but I know for a fact that before, when she sent that letter demanding the $250,000, the interview wasn't out yet. You feel me? That was her. That was her using the interview as a weapon to get the money. Like, hey, if you pay me the $250,000, don't worry, we'll hush hush.
So that's even more information into the story, because now we see they said that the representative was claiming that they had information that was not would harm Kevin Hart's reputation. They don't. So Kevin Hart's camp probably didn't even know what that information was. Exactly. So until now we know the information, of course, now since the interview came out, but we didn't know that it was cheating. Like it could have been anything. So they was probably really on it. Like, no, we're going to definitely have to sue, because you guys can be saying anything right now. And for it to be that deep, for you to be trying to extort us, it may be some real deep stuff. And this isn't even really a big situation, really. I mean, like it's of course a big situation for Kevin Hart, but
for him and his life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like with the way that it played out with Tasha K, even if it is true, I'm pretty sure it's going to be proven not true. And she's gonna look silly, and it's just gonna make her, and like you said earlier in the beginning, it's gonna mess with her credibility and her company.
Agreed. And again, last thought before we move on. Again, man, I don't know who's still listening to Tasha K nowadays, bro, but from this and the Cardi B situation, I take whatever Tasha K says with a grain of salt, man. I'm like I said, I think her platform, and it's sad because Tasha K built a platform on the backs of, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like once she built her platform and it got huge, she didn't have to make up these wild claims and do these wild interviews to kind of still, get views and get, clout or whatever. But now I feel like now her platform is just a self-damaging flat platform that is losing its credibility based off of, trying to do it on the backs of other people's detriment. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's sad to see that shit. So I don't, if any of y'all listen to Tasha K, man, that's on you, man. Go ahead and do that. Anyways, moving on from that, man. We definitely got to cover this. So Dr. Umar went on Joe Budden, and they asked him a question: is Eminem the GOAT of hip hop? You know what I mean? And you asking the wrong person, that Dr. Umar, at least on paper, is like one of the most pro-black activists out there, and he had a different narrative. A lot of people regard Eminem as the greatest hip hop artist of all time, the greatest rapper of all time, I should say. And because of his color, Dr. Umar says otherwise. So let's play this clip from YouTube, and then we'll talk about it.
So Dr. Umar does not believe that Eminem can be the greatest rapper of all time. Hey, it's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX, and check this out. Eminem's place among the all-time greats of a predominantly Black culture continues to be challenged, and this time it's been challenged by controversial activist and motivational speaker Dr. Umar. Clips from an episode of the Joe Budden podcast featuring the internet personality have been making rounds online, and in the clip, Umar shares his race-centered critique about the Detroit rapper's status in hip-hop.
That's your question. You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You, rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors. It is an insult to the race. And it is an insult to every Black person. Do you think I could go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I could go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no. And we have to stop naming non-African people, Joe.
But I disagree.
Stay with me though. Let me finish this. We got to stop naming non-African people as being the best of any aspect of our cultural product,
Joe, I think you
because
can.
it is an insult.
We gotta stop inviting.
All right, we gonna stop it right there. Stop it right there. So look, I think that says enough.
Oh,
Two takes on this, right? One side of me saying
you cut out. You're cutting out.
I kind of feel where he coming from. There was a Mexican rapper. What's his name?
Hold on, can you hear
Something
me?
Blue.
You're cutting out.
Oh, am I cutting out? Damn.
You're good.
How am I doing?
Okay, you're good right now.
We good? We good? We
Yeah,
good?
you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. There was a trip. What's his name? Do you remember the Mexican rapper? His name is something Blue, Trippy Blue. Something Blue, bro. Fuck, what's his name?
Swifty Blue.
Swifty Blue. Swifty Blue came out and he said that he will never sign to a Black artist, right? And Almighty Suspect had a big problem with that. He was like, hey, if why you part of a black hip hop artist, a black sex spectrum of music. He was like, why would you not sign to a Black artist? If I was a Madarachi, right, and I was doing music over there, wouldn't it be disrespectful if I said I want to sign to a Mexican label, right? Anyways, now back to the point. I kind of feel him on that. It's like if you are a white individual coming into a Black culture, if again, he had a good point. If you go to any other culture and try to be the GOAT of that culture, there might be a problem. But I think that's the difference, is because Dr. Umar, unfortunately, he don't speak for the Black community, and Black hip hop has already embraced people of non-Blacks being in the culture and accepting their music, right? So on that standpoint, I feel where he coming from, but I can't fully get it, because if you look at hip hop as a general collective, most niggas don't look at it like that. We just looking at skill for skill. We're not looking at, is Eminem white and he can't be the GOAT of hip hop? Oh, this nigga's talented. He's, and I believe he's in everybody's at least top 10. So I disagree that he can't be a GOAT of hip hop. But I also agree where he's coming from. But I just don't agree overall. But I can see what he means. I can see what he means.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence with it too, like how you are, but I lean more toward what he's, his point, because
Okay.
I feel like, and he a little bit more into that interview, he was saying like, I feel like a lot of I think you just played it too, but he was just talking about how that's a disrespect to all of the Black artists, the Black and Latino artists who originated this and actually started this. They made a point to ask him in that interview what is which I don't think they ever answered. They kind of that question kind of got over, talked over, but they asked him what is white culture. And if we really think about that, what is white culture? A lot of the things that we see that they do, and I'm gonna just be flat out with it. A lot of the things that we see that they do, they get from us. They take from us. you know, we look at the whole Elvis situation. We look at all these different.
Bro, that was crazy. I
Yeah,
just
you know
found out
what I
about
mean.
that recently, by the way, on the side
Yeah,
note.
so you know what I mean. So we look at how everything's, you know, the whole culture vulture thing is real, and I think that, and Mr. Shepard made a point in the comments right here. He said he only sold all them records because of his skin color, which I agree with.
To an extent, I agree with
The
that.
same, because the content that the things that he raps about and the way he raps is only appealing to a certain dynamic. When you really think about it, the people who actually love hip hop and claim that they love hip hop or come from that actual dynamic or live that life of a hip hop artist, or the people, you know, the originators of it, they don't we don't relate to anything that Eminem says.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't hear people like, you don't like everybody I know who claims that Eminem is a great, you know, one of the greats or whatever. I always question them on how much Eminem they listen to now to this day.
Yeah.
And I know a couple people. I'm not gonna act like I don't know anybody who's, you know, just a real diehard Eminem fan. But for the most part, majority of people don't really care about Eminem. We listen to his, you know, we listen to him rap. I'm a big 8 Mile fan. I love the movie. I think that's one of the greatest hip hop movies of all time, and if not the greatest hip hop movie of all time. But I also feel like I respect his lyricism, but as far as like him being a GOAT, I think even when people say top 10 or top 15, like I feel like there's a lot of other artists, Black and Latino artists before that can be put in that top 10 or top 15 before Eminem.
Really?
I think
Does
he
he
would be like,
make your
now
top
let's
10?
see, like let's say like maybe top 50. I'll probably give y'all that. Maybe top 50.
So he don't make your top 10?
Maybe even top 25.
Yeah.
He's in there. But
So
to
look,
say,
look, look,
but to say
you got
top
a top
25, that wouldn't be considered a GOAT. Like
you got a top 10 list. He not on there. He not on the top 10.
nah, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be on my
Damn,
top
for
10,
real.
no. Because I don't listen to, and I listen.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of Eminem before in my life. Like I was an Eminem fan. Like and I still am. I'm not saying this in the sense that I'm not an Eminem fan. I'm just saying, like, he's not somebody he's not a go-to person I would go listen to. I don't listen to any Eminem now to this day. Because none of the stuff that he raps about is relatable. It's just good for entertainment value. And I think that going into what Mr. Shepard was talking about, the skin color, it's not only the skin color, it's really just, like I said, the dynamic that he was reaching was a bunch of young white suburban kids who
for sure.
They just wanted to, that it gave them some type of inspiration to be like, oh, we have a place in this, even though they were different different white people than the kind of white person that Eminem is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
It
sure.
still gave them some type, he came out with the blonde hair, he's blue-eyed, just he was everything. He was a whole package, and he can rap too. So they was loving that. So I just feel like, no, I don't feel like he can be the GOAT of hip hop, because I feel like there's plenty of other rappers who hold that title. Like I said, when you talk about GOAT status, that's really like top 3. I think that anybody like in the top, your top 3 is what you would consider, what you should consider a GOAT.
Yeah,
anybody below that is like, they're just kind of whatever. But there's still a bunch of people I think are ahead of Eminem in that list.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel that. I feel like I definitely think.
I mean, go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
Well, I was going to say, I definitely feel like a lot of people who listen to him, like, he gets away with rapping as well as he does, and people like glorifying it just because of the fact that he's white. If he was if he was Black or Latino, nobody would really even care.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that he's white that makes everything that he said. And don't get me wrong, he can rap, because if you listen to Lil Wayne nowadays, I think Lil Wayne raps 10 times better than Eminem. And he still raps 10 times better than Eminem. Like, if you hear his new stuff now. So I think that, but he doesn't, I mean, of course, like, yeah, he's considered a GOAT, but I think that a lot of people would just put Eminem over Lil Wayne just because of the fact that he's white, that he's a white kid that came out of Detroit. And he can rap good.
For sure. No, for sure. It's like and I think as much as people because I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? A lot of people would say, "Oh, why are you making this about race?" Da 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 da. Right? I think it is about race. As much as I don't want that to be the case, but it is, because think about this, right? Put yourself in the shoes, right? Let's say we had a prominent black figure go to fucking country or go to rock, and they went over there and they did their fucking thing. You might not, again, this is where it boils down to race. You might not never listen to country. You might not never listen to rock, but then somebody who look like you go over there and do it at a high level, you gonna tune in for him. And I think it's the same thing. You got white people, suburban white kids or teenagers that they would otherwise not even think about rap, but they see somebody that look like them doing it at a high level. Of course, they gonna tune in. So I think that is a great kind of a observation to to prove or just to kind of point out that it is a little bit.
Come on, let's
related.
be real.
Let's be
When Eminem was really popping, let's be real. Niggas was bootlegging niggas CDs all day. So who was really paying and buying Eminem albums for him to be a top selling artist?
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Because we wasn't. I don't know a nigga who paid and bought an Eminem album. If I ever heard it, it was bootleg. And by the time bootlegs was over with, niggas was, downloading the shits on MP3s. Yeah. But I don't know a nigga that paid for a Marshall Mathers album or none of that.
So exactly. It was the suburban white kids.
That's what I'm saying. You just made the point that it was them that was paying for this. That it was a whole dynamic of people who had the money, for one, to pay for an album at the time and go buy albums, and they had the ability to go and do that. Nobody else was really doing that. Everybody was bootlegging shit. That's when you had the bootleg man.
Yeah, the bootleg man with the big ass, big ass CD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, but okay. Now that's that. Before we move on, I want to make a last point. Now, ultimately, my thoughts is that I think for this situation, I think Eminem is, if we're talking about skills, the skill of rap, the attribute of rap. Now, is he on most people's GOAT list? Yes or no? But regardless if he is or not, I don't think people should, and this is my opinion, should consider his skin color as a reason to put him in that category or not. Me personally. That's just personal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
the nigga is talented.
I get it.
Crazy talented, bro.
The only reason why, and you even said, you made the point earlier where you said that it's as much as you don't want to make it about his skin color, we just now made the point about where his dynamic was, what dynamic he was reaching. And his skin color played a big part in that, because had he had been black, he wouldn't have reached the same dynamic. We would have been bootlegging his, you know what I mean? We would have been bootlegging his shit too. And nobody would have been buying his shit like that. But people were buying it, which shows the dynamic at that time, especially at the time of where bootlegging was at its highest.
Yeah.
This was a time where he was outselling people, and people, compare him to Tupac as far as sales wise. Tupac is a prime example of a rare example of a black artist who was able to reach all dynamics and sell as much as he did. But there were plenty of lyrical, like how Mr. Shepard, I just put up the comment a minute ago when he was talking about being lyrical doesn't qualify you to be a rapper, especially a black rapper, because that you have to have the whole package. You have to have the gimmick, you have to have the looks, you have to have all that, which don't get me wrong, Eminem came with the gimmicks as well, which Hi, my name, what was that song? The first song he came out with, where he had a whole bunch of people dressed like him with their hair dyed. The whole concept of that song was his gimmick, was that he was the edgy white boy rapper. You know what I mean? So doing what the opposite of what other people his dynamic was doing. So I think that plays a big part in it. So we can't dismiss the fact that he's white as far as when it comes to dismissing them from that list, because that gives him an advantage that a lot of those people that we consider on that list had to jump through hurdles to get to.
Yeah, I agree. Real quick, I want can you put this comment by Mr. Shep? Eminem got away with just being lyrical. with boring songs. Yeah, I think I agree with this, man. Because he like, okay, Eminem is, I think his main skill is lyricism. You know what I'm saying? And you got other artists that are super lyrical, but why do they not get the same pop as Eminem? So that's when you boil it down. And I think that's when race plays a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the nigga is talented. But again, on my end of the spectrum, I can't say that you being, I mean, but that's just me because you know I try to be such a nice guy. I don't think race should play a part in
Harlow,
a nigga being.
we got what's his name, Lil Dicky,
white.
Jack Harlow. What was that other dude's name? The other white rapper, I forget his name.
My boy Imseli said he said Music to Be Murdered is one of the best Eminem albums of all time. Shout out to Imseli, by the way.
Okay, I mean, no, like I said, I'm not saying that he's. I mean, it all depends on what it is you're looking for. I'm an underground fanatic. I love underground artists. MF Doom was one of my favorite rappers. Not that he was necessarily underground. I mean, he started off, but like lyricism is a big thing for a person like me. I just feel like when you're rapping about a bunch of nothing, it's easy to put a lot of the things that he puts together and to make it sound good. And I think that,
but you could say the same about a lot of lyrical artists, bro. Lyricism isn't about always painting a picture. It's more or less just manipulating words and manipulating sounds to, you know, put in a dope order. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily about having you know, crazy substance. It's about just the manipulation of words to make it sound good to your ears. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if the conversation is whether or not he's one of the top lyrical rappers of all time, then I guess that's another conversation. But to make him a GOAT of hip hop, I don't think people enjoy his music enough.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody enjoys, especially like even now, like I don't even know white people who listen to Eminem like that. I don't know anybody who get in the car and they're like, oh, put some Eminem, put that Eminem on. Or they put some, I don't know. I don't know a single nigga. I don't. So it's like, come on, how are we gonna say he's like people? You got kids nowadays who are playing Tupac that are 10 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old, who died, or I mean, who were born when Tupac, way before Tupac, way after Tupac died. So that's legendary GOAT status.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to put Eminem on that level, like I don't think people are even gonna like nobody's even gonna really know about Eminem like that, especially now because he's not really dropping music. Like nobody's gonna know about Eminem like that in the next 5 to 10 years. Like he's gonna be overweight. That's gonna be ancient.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Let's move on from that. We kind of milked that. I'm already 40 minutes in, and my topic's even over. All right, last topic, man. Last topic. Gervonta Davis is converting to Islam, and this is. I wonder. So this is kind of what I think. Let me put this up. Get this ready to go on the screen. Hold up. I'm gonna put this one up right here. So I wonder if this is inspired at all by Muhammad Ali, because didn't he convert to Islam also?
Yeah,
during his time as a boxer. So this is him being quote unquote sworn in as a Muslim.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah. I testify that none has the right to be worshipped except Allah. Wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And I testify that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Listen.
All right, so that's him. Oh shit, hold up, sorry. So that's him being sworn in. I do want to put this on screen too also. 1 second. Let's see. All right, put that up for me. So this is Gervonta Davis, man. This is by boxingscene.com. Boxing star Gervonta Davis is now formally a man of faith. Video circulating over the holiday showed a hard-hitting southpaw from Baltimore converting to Islam in a ceremony held at a mosque outside of his hometown. The news was confirmed by the Brooklyn Banner, which spoke to Philadelphia-based Iman Hassan Abdi, who performed the rites. As part of the ritual, Davis also assumed a Muslim name, Abdul Wahid, which means servant of the one. So, I think he's following in the footsteps of Muhammad Ali. However, didn't Muhammad Ali change his name because he went to prison or something like that? Is that so? I don't know where this is coming from. This is kind of random, but good for him, bro. Good for him. I mean, but I do want to ask this before we
situation like
yeah.
I'm not gonna say a political thing, but that was more. I think Muhammad Ali was a little bit deeper. I ain't gonna lie. I think Tank Davis is just trying to clean up his image because he had a lot of domestic violence.
I was thinking the same thing.
Cases and things like that. Now, if he's doing it genuinely, I mean, hey, more power to him because I mean, I don't see anything wrong with anybody trying to get their life right or change their life around, but I don't see. I mean, I guess if you change your name, you're trying to change your image, but we would have to wait and see what it is he does with his life after this or how he conducts himself after this to really get a good take on whether or not this is real, because you got a lot of, I mean, Little Dirk is a Muslim. So,
what is my question is this, what is why? Because we see this happening a lot, bro. Why is a lot of people converting to Islam nowadays? Do you know why? Where's this coming from? Like, how come everybody want to be Muslim nowadays? Like, usually that's some jail shit. Like, niggas will go to jail and they'll come out Muslim. But like, why? These is niggas that never been to jail. That's
for niggas who don't know anything. They feel like it's the blackest shit you can do. They feel like it's the most black power type of shit you can do nowadays. Even though they're kind of misguided. I mean, that's a whole nother
isn't
topic,
like
we'll talk about.
Isn't like, I know, not to go too deep on this, but isn't the real black thing to do to be Jewish, right? Like,
it would be that would be
technically, but if we talking about black, like if we want to be super pro black, it's supposed to be Jewish, right?
A lot of people don't even necessarily consider, they don't even consider, like, believe that to be a thing. Like that's becoming new information nowadays that's just now surfaced, where people are starting to understand that truth. But unfortunately, which I agree with that truth, but unfortunately, they go to the Muslim thing because of the whole the power. I'm not gonna lie, the power that the black, I will say, black Muslims hold as far as the black community goes. What the power that they hold over the black community has always been strong, because they're always involved with different politics and different situations. So they have been over time. So I think that's just like stemming from people, the Black Panthers and the whole 5% movements and things like that. That's just like somebody, like I said, it's their version of this newer generation's version of the Black Panthers. They feel like they're doing something that's pro-black. They're converting to a religion that's pro-black. You know what I mean? So I think, like I said, that's where it becomes where the image is. I think people like Tank Davis, hopefully it's not the case in his situation, but I think people like him are just trying to use that. I don't know if he still has those domestic violence cases going on, but if he shows in court, hey, I've changed my life, I'm converting, I of course we look at it like a stunt, but maybe it might help him in court. And if it does help him in court, then we would
good
have
for
to
him.
Good for him, but I wouldn't necessarily take it serious because, like I said, you got Little Dirk, you got plenty of rappers nowadays that claim to be Muslim. So it's not.
It just seemed like it's
don't carry that.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out Righteous Monkey, man, for joining the chat, man. We're talking about Tank Davis right now, bro. That's exactly what we was referring to. But yeah, man, it just sounds like one of those things that people. I mean, and I don't want to accuse Gervonta Davis of doing this, but it's one of those things that everybody's doing it, so I want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems like a popular move to make at this point in time. So hopefully that's not the reason why. But I don't got much to say on that, bro. That's it for me, man. It's all yours, brother.
Yeah, man. So let's see. Let's start off with. So since we was talking about accusations,
it's what we trust.
We always start talking about accusations. Like I said, the past few weeks, We can start off with the Jermaine Jackson has been accused and now he's a part of the Me Too
God damn.
Me Too coalition. So I got a news clip here. I'll post. And he's being accused of sexual assault, and they're saying that Barry Gordy assisted him. So they're throwing Barry Gordy in the mix. Hold on, why? I'm so zoomed in. There we go. Well, I guess I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. So it says here, Jermaine Jackson, the older brother of the late Michael Jackson and member of the Jackson 5, is being accused of sexual assault in a new lawsuit. According to the suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday, Jackson, who is 69, is being sued by Rita Barrett, who claims the singer sexually assaulted her in 1988. God damn.
Hey, I do it. I was waiting for you to
yeah.
I do it, bro.
We was just
Why
talking
this shit
about
always happened
with the
30
Bill
years
Cosby
ago? That's
situation,
35
like,
years ago.
God goodness. 1988. Barrett is suing Jackson on claims of sexual battery, sexual assault, and negligence. She is pushing for a jury trial to resolve the suit. Let's see, because okay, here we're talking about Barry Gordy. Barrett, who was the wife of Ben Barrett, a friend and business partner of Motown record label founder Barry Gordy, alleges Jackson, with force and violence, sexually assaulted her in or around the spring of 1988 after forcing his way into her home. Whoa.
Damn.
They say
That's a crazy allegation.
and he kicked the door down on her. Shit. The suit says Barrett feared for her life during the alleged assault and that she has suffered in silence and shame for decades. Now, why did you suffer in silence for decades?
This shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. We see
And they're
this
saying
happen so many times.
They're saying sexual assault. Before I continue reading, they're saying sexual assault. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is as far as the legal system goes, is rape and sexual assault two different charges? Those are separate things, right?
They're pretty close, right? I mean, sexual assault
would be rape, is what I'm assuming.
I think so, right? I mean, I don't know. I think they're
asked
probably
that
different on
because-
paper, but generally speaking, they're the same. You know what I mean?
I'm asking that because if they're saying he sexually assaulted her, like, how is it that he was able to go in there and quote unquote rape you? Leave is just he rapes you, he leaves, and then that's just the end of it.
36 years later, you finally
talk about that. Like, I don't understand.
I
And
think
if he didn't rape you, he came in there and he sexually abused you or did something to you sexually, but didn't necessarily rape you. But I don't know. So
I think real quick,
it sounds kind of fishy.
I just feel like, look, we need to if we need to empower these women to come out, and men and women too. It happens to men, but if we need to empower people to come out quicker, we need to start doing that, bro. There's no way niggas be waiting 20, 30, 40, 50 years to come out. Like, that shit crazy, bro. You should have went to the police immediately. You know what I'm saying? Why are you waiting till it's an opportunistic time where everybody is coming out? It's a Me Too moment, and niggas is getting a bag for these civil suits, bro. And it sounds like it just discredits that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. And now they're coming. Now they're coming for Barry Gordy. We thought Bill Cosby was too old for this shit. They're coming for Barry Gordy. It says Barrett also claims Gordy, now 94. This man is 94.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Who was a family friend at the time, withheld and concealed the acts, further perpetuating the cover-up. Because of his relationship with both Jackson and Barrett's family, the lawsuit states Mr. Gordy was uniquely situated to both report the assault and help Barrett after the incident. So, yeah, they're coming for let me see what else it says here, because it says the lawsuit names Jackson's companies Jermaine L. Jackson Music Productions and Work Records as co-defendants. So now again, we was talking about money. Of course, we first established that this has already been over 30 years ago,
bro.
And not only is she suing Jermaine Jackson, she's suing his company.
Yeah.
They're naming them as co-defendants. It says Barrett filed her lawsuit under California Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, which allows civil suits in cases of sexual assault that are now beyond the statute of limitations, where one or more entities are legally responsible for damages and the entity or their agents engaged in a cover-up. So I guess that's the only reason she was able to sue, was because she's trying to sue the company, not only him, but the company, because they're saying that she is accusing not only him, but a bunch of people. So that gives her the right to sue, which is crazy to me.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty wild. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I said, people were getting Me Too. Jermaine Jackson, he's what, 69?
Right,
And then
to be honest, my nigga, I'm frankly, I'm tired of hearing niggas come out 30 years later, my nigga. Because it makes you think, like, was it really that bad if you had to wait 30 years, 20 years to come say something? Was it that bad, bro? Because if somebody really violates you, you're not gonna wait 20 years. Nigga, you're gonna be like, this nigga just, you know what I'm saying? This nigga done did this, he done did that.
You're not gonna wait
to the police. A year is a long time.
This was 1988. This was Jermaine Jackson from the Jackson 5. You could have got so much money for suing him back then. Why did you wait?
Wait till he's 94.
It doesn't say. It says that it was out of fear. It was out of fear and shame. I mean, I don't know,
man.
man.
Again, we need to empower people to come out.
God bless anybody who has been sexually assaulted. I mean, I don't know how that is, so I wouldn't be able to say how that shame would make you feel, because maybe that's what maybe that's what it is that we're missing right there. It's like maybe that shame is what really just causes them not to say anything or just be
shame. Nigga, the shame should make you even more adamant on getting justice.
But I mean, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how that works. I mean,
like I couldn't even imagine, bro. Like, what's the equivalent to being sexually assaulted? Like getting the shit beat out of you. Like, let's say somebody beat the fuck out of me, like as a man, right? I'm just trying to like have a good correlation. Nigga, I'm not waiting 30 years to say, oh yeah, man, they beat the fuck out of me, bro. Nigga, I'm about to, nigga, oh, you niggas, oh, y'all did me dirty, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all gave me a dirt nap. Y'all niggas going to jail, bro. I'm putting all y'all in jail. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a little different, but I just look again, man. I because this is why, bro. And I'm saying this from a place of like of care, bro. If you are violated in that type of way, bro, when you wait 30 years later, are you really getting justice when that person had 30 years of freedom? Like again, we need to encourage people to get justice immediately, nigga. Because if all this shit is true, these people shouldn't be walking the streets like they completely
speak
free
on it
all these
immediately
years.
so we can get you the help that you need.
Let's get you the help.
The people
Let's
that
get you
care,
some
they can
justice.
get you the help that you need.
And the motherfucker who did that to you need to go down. They need to go to jail. They need to be locked up and face whatever consequences that come with that foul action. But if you wait 30 years, that's 30 years of this nigga being free. He damn near about to die now. So even if you do get some type of justice, is it really worth it? Because now the nigga about to die shortly after you get your justice. Like, nah, man, like come out sooner. I know it's hard. Go to the police, go to your family, do what you got to do. But waiting all these years is really an injustice because that person had so many years of freedom when they should have been getting consequences. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. And you could have been living with millions throughout all this time.
And that too.
I'm suing them way back then. So, but hey, I don't know, man. But moving on to the next topic, man. I have so we had I think I made a video about we were talking, well, we always make videos talking about like AI and different technology, but we have we had an iRobot situation, man, where a Tesla robot, they have reports where they said a robot attacked an engineer and left a bloody mess.
Word.
So
hey, see, and I was told, well, Elon Musk had came out and said that these robots, apparently this is not the case according to that headline, but he said that the robots are easily, like you could defend against them very easily, like you could push them down or something like that. He had made a comment about that they can't hurt you, but apparently that's not the case.
That's probably what he said. But according to this, that's this damn robot.
That's not the case, bro.
So it says a Tesla engineer was reportedly a victim of a bloody attack by a robot at a factory near Austin, Texas. Recent reports reveal a 2021 injury report that claims a robot designed to move aluminum car parts pinned the engineer against a surface and dug its metal claws into his back and arm. According to witnesses who spoke to the information in a story published last month. After another worker hit an emergency stop button, the engineer maneuvered his way out of the robot's grasp, falling a couple of feet down a chute designed to collect scrap aluminum and leaving a trail of blood behind him. One of the witnesses told the information. The attack reportedly occurred while the engineer was programming software for 2 disabled Tesla robots nearby.
So I gotta, yeah. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No. I just want to say this because when I think robot, I'm thinking like an actual robot. This was just one of the machines that they built, right? That helps build the cars and shit. Like this wasn't one of the Tesla like what do they call them? Humanoids, right?
I mean,
it wasn't. Because according to that, it sounds like it was just a machinery that.
It says right here. It says claims a robot designed to move aluminum parts pin the engineer down. So I mean, no, I don't think it was a humanoid type.
No, I don't think it was. But then why they got pictures of a humanoid though? See, I think this is misleading, bro. This why they showing these type of robots? I don't think it was that kind. Or was it?
This is just reporting. These are just different reports of different Tesla products and stuff like that. But I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't one of these dudes because that would be some creepy iRobot shit. But
no, for sure.
We were talking about even if it wasn't one of those, the fact that this robot went and attacked. I mean, I wouldn't. I guess you can't say attack because it doesn't have a mind of its own. But even injured an engineer is kind of dangerous. He could have killed that man. It says that according to this report, it says that he dug his claws into his back and his arm. So that's some creepy shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because imagine if it hit him in the chest, nigga.
Exactly,
dead,
or in the face or the eye or something. You know what I mean?
Like,
and I'm pretty sure because they said this happened in 2021. So I'm pretty sure this dude got paid like a motherfucker.
Oh, he got broke off, boy.
Man, Tesla.
Man, he got broke off. Man. He got broke off for sure.
If I get pinched by one of these robots, man, I'm suing Tesla. I'm suing the hell out of Tesla, man. Come on now.
But you gotta be careful around anytime you're working with heavy machinery, because again, I'm gonna assume just based off of the article you read that it wasn't like a humanoid type of robot. It was just like one of those AI machines that they help build, the fucking parts and shit or the whatever they building. But either way, man, you gotta shout out iRobot. Nah, for sure. Either way, you gotta be careful around heavy machines, bro. So and you're dealing with shit that's man-made, so anything could go wrong. So you gotta be careful. But man, shout out to the dude for that situation not being a lot worse, bro. Like you said,
I want to know how much
that shit could have hit him in the face or in the heart, somewhere critical. Game over.
That must have been he must have signed an NDA because he didn't talk about it. It says that one of the witnesses actually brought the story out. So they was probably like, shit, and they ain't paying me. They probably tried to pull a Tasha K and tried to extort, and they couldn't get no money. So like, I'm telling this shit. These robots are dangerous.
Bro, it took 2 years, almost 3 years for this shit to come out, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
they obviously did a good job at keeping it under wraps for all these years, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, Elon Musk is gonna say what he has to say about that. But
have he spoke up on it at all?
I don't think he responded yet. I don't think he.
Yeah, he probably hasn't.
I don't think he responded.
I think the best thing to do is not, like, especially when you want niggas to work for you and you don't want people to be afraid that these robots is going to attack niggas and shit. That's crazy.
If that robot can do that, then what do you think the humanoid can do?
I don't know. See, this is why I thought it was the humanoid type of robot, because according to Elon Musk, he said that those robots can't harm you. Like they're very, they're programmed to be very frail, and if you wanted to like push them away, they're easily. In other words, he said they're not a threat. So that's why when I heard this, I was like, "Oh damn, I don't know,
that's
nigga."
A machine, man. A machine will malfunction like a motherfucker. And that shit will go from
hey, imagine the machine just with Mike Tyson on your ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A frail butterfly to just completely zapped in the head. Just
Yeah.
nah, I wouldn't even trust that, man. Fuck that.
No, definitely.
I
iRobot.
don't need them
iRobot.
humanoids.
iRobot give me nightmares, bro. Remember the robots turned on her? The lady was trying to go outside. He was like, "No, ma'am, you must not go outside."
Yeah,
with the red light in his chest, nigga, like,
I'm
"Oh
telling you, that's what
hell
I'm saying.
no!"
That's all you need.
Nigga standing by
And
the
who
door like
knows?
this.
Elon Musk might be the nigga who behind all that. He's like,
Whoa.
these robots.
Hey, this
Put
AI
these
shit.
robots in your house.
There's a I know we talk about like Terminator and iRobot of like these AI robots, humanoids, whatever, like turning on people. But a lot of people, a lot of scientists that are in this field, they, not all of them, it's like a 50-50 split. A lot of people think that this AI could turn into that, bro, where they again eventually go against humans. You feel me?
Dude, the AI that they have now is crazy. You can AI photos, voices, videos, pictures,
Conversation.
you know what I mean?
The
It's
motherfuckers is
crazy.
physicists.
So,
Like the AI is a physicist. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can ask it questions about the most complex topics, and this shit will be able to engage. It's
I don't
insane.
know, Righteous Monkey. I don't know if we need a RoboCop. Man, you know how many unarmed Black and Latino civilians will be murdered.
Hey, you know they
They're gonna
tested that shit in
program
San
that.
Francisco. Like, I know he's being funny.
Into they got the I think they got like the parking robot, like the enforcement, where it's like a little robot that roams around and checks your parking and shit. But yeah, I mean, yeah, man, they'll probably be programming. They're gonna program racism into the robots, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna program instead of infrared seekers, it's gonna program color seekers, where it's just if you a certain shade of brown.
You being funny, but that was like a ethical conversation that was being had about AI, particularly when it comes to like the self-driving cars. Like, for example, if a car, a Tesla, let's use that as an example, is like driving and it's a white person and a black person, and it can avoid an accident if it hits the white person or the black person, who would it choose? and that was like a conversation that was being had. It's like, who would it choose though? You know what I'm saying? It's like you could avoid this car accident, but you got to either hit person A or person B. Who is that shit gonna choose, my nigga?
Hey, at least in iRobot, the robot chose Will Smith.
Right.
So I guess us black folks is safe. The robots will protect us because they know that we're physically capable.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was pretty crazy, man.
That is wild. Smash the like button, everybody.
You, Righteous Monkey, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Breadwinner TV, Squadcast TV, TV, Breadwinner TV. We in this thing. It's the Wash Nest. Y'all hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Back again.
You know what I mean, hit them socials too, man. So my last topic, man, funny topic. So I was watching the Kirk Franklin, Shannon Sharp interview on Club Shay Shay, and Kirk Franklin made a funny statement that which I just thought was kind of wild, a wild statement for him to make right now. He made a lot of statements in this interview that I think were probably a little controversial to the Christian community, but nothing that people were really surprised about. Now, he did have a situation back in the day where he was beefing with his son, and I don't know if you remember that, where they had the audio where he was cussing his son out, threatening to kill his son, and all types of things. So he went crazy. So everybody knows that Kirk Franklin is a real nigga. I ain't gonna say a real nigga, but I mean he's a nigga. Yeah. He's one of those niggas. So he came out on his interview with on Club Shay Shay, and he said that some of his best songs. He said some of his best songs he wrote butt ass naked.
Oh, bro. Hey, that's terrible. Now when I listen to Kirk Franklin, when I listen to his songs, I'm gonna think of this nigga being naked, man. That's all bad. Pause.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. And not only did he say that, but he said he did it for Jesus.
Damn.
And I just thought it, like I said, I thought it was wild because the whole TD Jakes situation that occurred. Right. So it's kind of, the Christian community is looking kind of crazy right now.
Nah, definitely.
So
for sure.
Play this clip real quick from Club Shay Shay. See what Kirk Franklin had to say.
Or are you in the shower? Do you get out of the shower? Do you stop what you're doing and start to put pen to paper or can you remember the sequence in which it?
So many songs that have blessed people have been written butt naked. Next, not one sock.
Not one sock.
If you come over to my house, don't sit on that piano bench.
Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, Kirk Franklin down bad with this one, bro.
For Jesus. Next question.
For Jesus.
What do you?
For Jesus.
Nah, bro. Nah, Jesus ain't tell you to write them songs naked, man.
Right.
That was your own, you know, sexual desires, bro, to do some shit like that.
So you was in there stomping butt ass naked for Jesus.
Yeah, bro. That's no way.
That's wild.
No way.
So like I said, I just think, I mean, people just need to be. And he said the other things that he said in that interview, I think were just kind of it was just typical human stuff. He's a human just like everybody. He's a regular person like everybody else. He's been through things. He's experienced certain things. I thought that was pretty funny, and I thought it was kind of wild. I think he probably should have kept that to himself because, like I said, in light and wake of the whole TD Jake situation, it's just
terrible
a
time.
bad look right now. It's like I don't know if you want to involve yourself with anything that has to do with nudity or sexuality or anything that and involve that with your music, because everybody's getting Me Too right now. We just now went through a plethora of people throughout this episode.
It seemed like every week we got a new person reporting on that. Every week.
Like, so next thing you know, somebody's gonna come out and say Kirk Franklin was butt naked on the damn piano chair.
Well, I'm sorry to say,
to listen
but
to their music.
If you writing songs asshole naked, you less than human, my guy. So I don't know about that, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What is the point? That's why I'm like, he should have kept that to himself. What is the point?
Right.
Now it seems even weirder that you're doing that on purpose. You're making.
And you had a good point. You had a great point, because I mean, and this is not to assume nothing about Kirk Franklin, but we just being, objective about it. Imagine if, he just made that statement. He's like, don't sit on my piano bench if you come to my house. Now, if some sexual assault comments come out and they talk about, like you said, they went to his house and the nigga was sitting on the piano bench naked, you just kind of confirmed that, bruh. You just confirmed it.
They're gonna be like, Kirk Franklin invited me to his house to help write a song.
Right.
I came in there and he was butt naked on the piano bench.
Oh man, that's all bad, man. But that is kind of funny, man. Shout out Kirk Franklin, man. Great music. At least as of now, there ain't been no crazy smut on his name as far as essay and shit. So, he comes off as a genuine person. So,
that was a great interview. Y'all go check that out when y'all get a chance if you want to get more of an insight on Kirk Franklin's life on Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp conducted the interview. So y'all go check that out, man.
Run that up, man. Run that up.
But that's it, man. That's all I got for today, man.
Yeah, good show. Episode 7, season 2 is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of ladies and gentlemen, do we have any female viewers, man? Hey, man, everybody that be watching, man, if y'all got females, family members, friends, tell them to tap in with the show. We want more female viewers over here, man. So yeah, go ahead and do that, man. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, season 2, episode 7. Hope you guys, I think this is the last show of the year, man. Happy New Year. Please, please, please be safe. If y'all gonna be doing fireworks, man, make sure that y'all, do it safely. Every year during 4th of July and New Year's, we hear about these fires, people being injured, hurt, killed, and we don't want to hear that. So y'all be safe out there. Happy holidays, man. Shout outs to everybody's families, man, and everybody be safe, man. Make sure y'all follow us and everything. And yeah, man, Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got 5 viewers right now in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, comment, subscribe button. Appreciate y'all. Y'all see the socials right up underneath our names. Y'all keep on tapping in, man. We appreciate all the support. Also, y'all make sure y'all tap in with Chucky's membership. You got the giveaway still going?
Still going.
Chucky
Nobody done it.
Giveaway still going, man.
It's
So
waiting.
y'all tap in to that membership.
Real quick, have you set up your memberships yet?
Not yet. I couldn't. It's not showing up on my. I gotta.
Really?
I'll talk to you afterwards because it's not letting me do it.
Okay.
But
We'll talk about
yeah, we'll get that going. Yeah, but definitely. So y'all tap in with
Mhm.
that, man. Like I said, we I think I'm at like 650 right now, man. So we on the road to 1,000, man. 1,000 subs, man. So help me
Yeah.
get to 1,000 subs. We got giveaways coming,
Mhm.
merch dropping. All that,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 7. We out.
We out. Peace, y'all.